Hello everyone. This video is in continuation to our videos for life processes chapter number 6 CBSE session 23-24. In our previous video, if you remember, if you've seen that video, we have discussed we are discussing nutrition in human beings here. I told you all the 5 steps of nutrition. We have discussed till esophagus. We are going to continue with stomach and further. Link is given in the description. If you have not seen the previous video, please watch that video first and then continue with this. Once we are done with this, I'll give you a flowchart. I'll remove everything and then I'll write a flowchart here which will make you learn the enzymes and all easily, so that it is important, or it becomes easy for you while you write your answers. So without wasting time, let's start. Now we know now, I'll quickly recapitulate. In mouth, the food is being chewed by teeth. Salivary glands secrete saliva over the food, which is then salivary amylase act on starch to convert it into simple sugar. That bolus of food tends to move down through the esophagus, and the movement which it follows is peristaltic movement, and finally the food ends up in the stomach. So let's start with stomach. Now what happens in the stomach? Before we start with what happens in the stomach, let's see a magnified view of the stomach first and understand its internal linings and all. Now if you see the structure of stomach's lining is inwardly folded and it is a double layered structure, as in it has a double lining. So this lining of stomach is known as gastric mucosa, and this gastric mucosa has glands known as gastric glands in it. Matlab the lining of stomach is made up of gastric mucosa, which is made up of glands known as gastric glands, which are now going to play a very important role when the food enters inside the stomach. So now what has happened? Passing through the esophagus, the food has entered inside the stomach here. The food is here now. Now what happens? When the food enters inside the stomach, the gastric glands, they secrete gastric juices. Now herein, this is a term juices. When I use the term juices, मतलब it is not one secretion. उसका मतलब है जैसे salivary amylase था, ये saliva था, हमने कहा saliva है, हमने नहीं कहा salivary juices है, because उसमें एक ही secretion है salivary amylase, एक ही enzyme present है. But जब हम use कर रहे हैं word juices, कहीं पे भी use करेंगे, we'll use it for pancreatic juices, intestinal juices. तो juices word use करने का मतलब है बहुत सारे secretions हैं. It's not one secretion. So gastric glands secrete gastric juices, and it includes the gastric juices. It include pepsin, HCl and mucus. 3 secretions: pepsin, HCl and mucus. Mucus is secretion of gastric mucosa generally, but as it is there inside the stomach, we are counting it in. So when I say pepsin, it's an enzyme. When I say HCl, it's an acid. And when I say mucus, it is a protective secretion. If someone asks you name the enzyme which is released in stomach, that is just pepsin. Children write HCl and mucus also, वो नहीं लिखना है. When they say enzyme only, so it's only pepsin. When they say acid, it's only HCl. Let's talk about its roles now. Pepsin is an enzyme which is there in the gastric juices, and its function is to convert proteins into, or you can say peptones, but what we'll write here as per our this thing, I'll not make it complicated, I'll make it easy. So pepsin, it acts on, or it helps in digestion of proteins. So role of pepsin is to act on proteins. P for pepsin, P for proteins. So you can learn it like this. So pepsin, it acts on proteins. HCl. Now HCl performs 2 very important functions. First function, which is performed by HCl, let's write mucus ऊपर and HCl नीचे, because we need some space here. So mucus is here. I'll tell you about mucus first. Mucus, it protects lining of stomach from harmful action of HCl, because HCl is also there inside the stomach. Agar this lining will not be protected by mucus, so mucus forms a layer over the gastric mucosa. Kyun? Because the HCl which is there inside the stomach, it can harm the lining of stomach. So usko protect करने के लिए there is mucus secretion over the lining of the stomach, ताकि HCl जो है उसको harm नहीं कर सके. So the third secretion of gastric juices is HCl. Now let's understand what is the role of HCl. It performs two important roles. First role is that it kills the bacteria which might enter with food. But the main role which is performed by HCl is very important. Listen carefully. It creates an acidic medium in stomach for action of pepsin enzyme. I'll explain. Food is there inside the stomach and pepsin has to act on proteins, but पेप्सिन को एक्ट करने के लिए एक एसिडिक मीडियम की जरूरत है. इट डज नॉट एक्ट इन अ न्यूट्रल और बेसिक मीडियम. सो दैट एसिडिक मीडियम इज क्रिएटेड बाय HCl. जब तक स्टमक का मीडियम एसिडिक नहीं होगा, पेप्सिन विल नॉट एक्ट ऑन इट. सो HCl क्रिएट्स an acidic medium in the stomach so that the pepsin enzyme acts on the food and converts proteins, digests the proteins. So HCl becomes very important for the functioning of enzyme pepsin. Everything is related. Fine. So these are the two very important roles of HCl inside the stomach. Now what happens? I'll quickly recapitulate and then we move forward. The food from the esophagus has entered inside the stomach, and now inside the stomach it has been acted upon by pepsin and HCl, and after that the food from the stomach tends to move in the small intestine. So the third destination is small intestine. Small intestine, wherein the food is now going to go. So partial digestion has taken place inside the stomach. Let's see what happens in the small intestine. First of all, as we did in the stomach, we'll have an enlarged view of small intestine. पहले ये याद रखो that in small intestine two processes take place. One is complete digestion and second is absorption. मतलब स्मॉल इंटेस्टाइन सिर्फ एक काम नहीं करता, वो दो रोल्स प्ले करता है. डाइजेशन को कंप्लीट करता है और उसके बाद एब्जॉर्प्शन. दैट इज व्हाई वी से साइट ऑफ कंप्लीट स्मॉल इंटेस्टाइन इज द साइट ऑफ कंप्लीट डाइजेशन. Fine. So let's see the elaborative structure. If we see a section of small intestine, the internal lining of small intestine is extended to form these finger-like extensions which we call as villi. And if we see an extended view of a villi, this is small intestine, and if we want to see this, these are villi. I'll label it first. Singular is villus. So if we see the structure of a singular villi, what do we see? That it has large amount of blood vessels present here in a single. Then the next one, large amount of blood vessels, and then followed so on and so forth. Fine. So this is the magnified view of villi. Why I've made this? Because whatever we are going to do next, it is related to this. Okay. So small intestine performs two roles: complete digestion and absorption. Now what happens? The food enters inside the small intestine. Let's make some space here. Okay. I am going to demarcate this so that things are clear. Okay. Now the food has entered in the small intestine. First of all, what are the secretions which are there inside the small intestine which will help for digestion? Understand clearly. There are three secretions which are poured in the small intestine or which are there in the small intestine. Secretion from pancreas, secretion from liver, and secretion from small intestine itself. That means this structure pancreas and this structure liver, it is not directly helping in, or you can say food is not entering inside them. मतलब food is not going in the liver, food is not going in the pancreas. बच्चों को थोड़ा डाउट रहता है कि लिवर में खाना जाता है. नो, लिवर और पैनक्रियाज में खाना नहीं जाता है. दे pour their secretion, जो भी ये प्रोड्यूस करते हैं, whatever is secretion of liver and pancreas, they pour this secretion in the small intestine which help in digestion. So there are three secretions, that is pancreatic juices, that is bile from liver, and last is small intestine. Small intestine, it has intestinal juices. So there are three secretions which are there in the small intestine which are going to undergo the complete digestion. Let's talk about them one by one. So the secretion of pancreas, first of all, pancreatic juices, I'll use the short forms. So pancreatic juices, again जब मैंने gastric juices का बात करा था, I told you that word juices is used because it's a mixture of juices or mixture of secretions. So it is pancreatic juices. There are many enzymes here, but हमारे course में we just have two. So we will just talk about those two. So pancreatic juices, it contains trypsin and lipase. There are two only in our course, so we stick to two. I already told you I'm not going to make it confusing. So trypsin and lipase are the enzymes which are there in pancreatic juices. Let's understand उनका role. Trypsin acts on proteins. अब आप बोलोगे proteins पे तो पहले भी digestion हुआ है. Yes, that was incomplete digestion. दोबारा action of whatever semi-digested proteins are there, they will be acted upon by trypsin. And then lipase is going to act on fats. Now ये term हमने सबसे पहली बार सुना है because when we talked about mouth, तो first digestion of carbohydrates took place, starch को simple sugar में convert किया. उसके बाद we have discussed gastric juices, वहाँ पे proteins पे सबसे पहले action हुआ. Pepsin converted proteins into peptones, so that's the first action. And then स्मॉल इंटेस्टाइन में दोबारा प्रोटीन्स पे एक्शन हुआ. जो सेमी डाइजेस्टेड प्रोटीन्स थे, दे वर एक्टेड अपॉन बाय ट्रिप्सिन, बट अभी भी कंप्लीट डाइजेशन नहीं हुआ है. फाइन. सो ट्रिप्सिन एक्ट्स ऑन प्रोटीन. सो व्हाट इज द रोल ऑफ ट्रिप्सिन? विल टॉक अबाउट द डिफरेंस बिटवीन ट्रिप्सिन एंड पेप्सिन ऑल्सो. यहीं पे मैं आपको बता देती हूं. ट्रिप्सिन, इट एक्ट्स, आई विल राइट इट हियर. Where have we written pepsin? Okay, so pepsin acts in an acidic medium. I told you HCl provides an acidic medium so that pepsin can act. Trypsin acts in a basic medium. So the difference between है, दोनों ही प्रोटीन्स पे एक्ट करेंगे, बट पेप्सिन एसिडिक मीडियम में एक्ट करेगा, ट्रिप्सिन बेसिक मीडियम में एक्ट करेगा. ट्रिप्सिन स्मॉल इंटेस्टाइन में एक्ट करेगा, पेप्सिन स्टमक के अंदर एक्ट करेगा. एंड but both of them act on protein. So the difference between pepsin and trypsin is that their site of action and the medium in which they act is entirely different. Then is lipase. Lipase acts on fat, but before this action of lipase, we have a very important secretion by the liver that is known as bile. A very important secretion and plays a very important role. Let's understand this. ये पूरा का पूरा एक क्वेश्चन के फॉर्म में आता है. What is the role of bile? It is that important. So bile leads to emulsification of fats. What is emulsification of fats? मैं डायग्राम के फॉर्म में आपको बताती हूँ. These are big fat molecules which are there inside the body. लेकिन ये बड़े बड़े फैट मॉलिक्यूल्स के ऊपर लाइपेज एक्ट नहीं कर सकता. इट इज अनेबल टू एक्ट ऑन इट. जब तक दीज बड़ा बड़ा फैट मॉलिक्यूल्स आर नॉट कन्वर्टेड इनटू दीज स्मॉल फैट ग्लोब्यूल्स, वो कौन करता है? बाइल. सो अंटिल एंड अनलेस इमल्सिफिकेशन ऑफ फैट्स इज डन, lipase cannot act on fat. सो अगर हम फैट की डाइजेशन, इफ वी टॉक अबाउट फैट्स डाइजेशन, सो व्हाट हैपेंस फर्स्ट, द फर्स्ट स्टेप इज emulsification. That means big fat molecules converted into small fat globules, and second step is lipase acting on emulsified fat. So this is how the digestion of fat take place. So what is bile? Bile is a secretion produced by liver. It leads to emulsification of fats. What is emulsification of fat? Breaking down of big fat molecules into small fat globules is known as emulsification of fat. Until and unless fat is emulsified, lipase cannot act on fat. So first step on fat in fat digestion is emulsification. Second is action of lipase. This all occurs in the small intestine abhi tak. The third secretion which is there, the first secretion was pancreatic juices in the small intestine. Second secretion was bile via the liver, that is the second secretion. The third secretion, it is not in detail explained in your book, but I'll just give you small intestine. It secretes intestinal juices. Now always remember, whatever final digestion will take place, वो किससे होगा? Intestinal juices से. The intestinal juices are finally going to convert carbohydrates into glucose, proteins into amino acids, fats into fatty acid and glycerol. Very important, very very important. यहां तक पार्शियल डाइजेशन हो रहा है, एज इन स्टमक में वॉट एवर हैज बिन डाइजेस्टेड, स्मॉल इंटेस्टाइन में, दैट इज पार्शियल डाइजेशन. कंप्लीट डाइजेशन इनटू द बेसिक्स structures of any nutrient is done by small. What do we have in intestinal juices? We have different enzymes. Fine. So these enzymes you will do in your senior grade, because the bifurcation of enzymes is not there here in this course. So एक सम अप करने के लिए हमें पता होना चाहिए that these intestinal juices finally convert carbohydrates to glucose, proteins to amino acids and fats to fatty acids and glycerol. That is the final byproduct of digestion. मतलब खाना यहां से एक बोलस के फॉर्म में शुरू हुआ है, और जब स्मॉल इंटेस्टाइन में डाइजेशन कंप्लीट हुआ है तो यहां पे बन गया है कार्बोहाइड्रेट का ग्लूकोज, प्रोटीन्स का अमीनो एसिड्स और फैट का फैटी एसिड्स और ग्लिसरॉल स्मॉल इंटेस्टाइन के अंदर. न्यूट्रिएंट्स आर फॉर्म्ड नाउ. अब यहां पे आ जाते हैं. स्मॉल इंटेस्टाइन में फाइनली डाइजेशन हो गया और न्यूट्रिएंट्स हैव नाउ स्टार्टेड फ्लोइंग इन द स्मॉल इंटेस्टाइन. Now starts the third step of nutrition, that is absorption. What all nutrients are there inside the food, they will be absorbed via these finger-like extensions. A very important question which is asked is, how do you think small intestine is formed, or what is the structures present in small intestine which facilitates absorption, या how small intestine help in absorption? तो उसका एक ही आंसर है, that small intestine has villi present in it to increase its surface area for more absorption. मतलब एक तो है इस surface से absorption होना सीधा सीधा, एक है कि यही surface ऐसे बना हुआ है यहाँ से absorption, तो herein surface area has been increased ताकि maximum absorption हो सके nutrients का. यही extensive मैंने इसलिए बनाया था because यहाँ पे food is moving and is being absorbed by the villi here. क्यों absorb हो रहा है? वहां से absorb होके blood stream में जाएगा और फिर blood में flow होना शुरू हो जाएगा, and the next this keeps moving in the bloodstream now, and then the next step assimilation takes place जब via this blood this food or nutrients has now entered inside each and every cell and will be used up there. So the small intestine has covered digestion and absorption also. And what facilitates absorption? Villi facilitate absorption. They increase the surface area of small intestine for maximum absorption. Ab khana has been digested, and whatever is left, whatever solid food is left, that goes into the large intestine. Now in large intestine there is waste present plus water. So a very important role is played by the large intestine, and that is absorption of water back into the blood. So the food when enters in the large intestine, herein the food has entered inside the large intestine. Now in large intestine what happens, whatever excessive water is there inside the food, that is absorbed back into the blood. Small intestine mein the nutrients are absorbed into the bloodstream, absorption takes place, whereas in large intestine whatever excessive water is there, it moves back to the blood. Now from there the hard solid waste, it passes through the rectum, which is the next part of large intestine, and after rectum through anus the waste is passed out from the body. There is a sphincter muscle present at the opening of anus, which is known as anal sphincter. Contraction and relaxation of anal sphincter regulates the movement of the waste outside the body. For that matter, there is an sphincter muscle which is present at the opening and closure of the stomach also, which regulates the movement of the food inside and outside the stomach. So this is it. This is all about our digestive system. Now as I told you, I'll be giving you a flow chart. I have already made it. You can make a screenshot and then write it in your notebook, whatever way suits you. I have covered only till digestion here. So let's see, in the process of ingestion, the food, it moves to the buccal cavity, which comprises up of tongue, teeth and salivary glands. Now the process of digestion starts in the mouth itself, wherein teeth are going to chew the food. Salivary glands secrete an enzyme known as salivary amylase, which converts starch into simple sugar. Each and every enzyme, I have marked E on every enzyme. This is an enzyme, pepsin is an enzyme, trypsin is an enzyme, and lipase is an enzyme. Apart from that, there is no other enzyme. Fine. So function of the enzyme should be clear to you. So salivary amylase is going to convert starch into simple sugar, and then the food moves down from the mouth. Now in the stomach what happens, gastric glands are present in the lining of stomach, which is known as gastric mucosa, and they secrete pepsin, HCl and mucus. Pepsin acts on or digests proteins. HCl, it makes an acidic medium for the action of enzyme pepsin. You can also add in another function of HCl, that it destroys or kills the pathogens which enter. Mucus, it protects the lining of the stomach from the harmful action of HCl. You can elaboratively write when you make the flowchart. So after that, the food moves into the small intestine, wherein it is acted upon by a secretion from liver, secretion from pancreas and secretion from intestine. 3 secretions. So liver produces bile, pancreas have trypsin and lipase. There are others also, but we don't have in our syllabus, we won't talk about it. Intestine, intestinal juices. There are enzymes in intestinal juices which act on food, but yes, we have a collaborative term, intestinal juices, we'll stick to it. So bile, it leads to emulsification of fats. As I told you, emulsification means breaking down of big fat molecules into small fat globules. Trypsin acts on proteins. जो ये digestion हो चुकी है, partial digestion, here again digestion of protein takes place. Lipase acts on emulsified. You can, instead of writing fats, you can write emulsified fats, because if the fats are not emulsified, lipase cannot act on it. Intestinal juices, they convert carbohydrate to glucose, protein to amino acids and fat to fatty acid and glycerol. All this takes place in the small intestine, and then absorption of nutrients, what all are formed, also takes place in the small intestine. So this flow chart will give you a gist, as I've already written. देखो ये आपने भी लिख लेना है, जहाँ जहाँ एंजाइम है write E over it, जहाँ जहाँ acid है write acid, bile juice is a juice, write juice. Because like for example, as in this board exam, the question was that write the enzymes which are produced in the body and where are and which organs or which glands produce them. बच्चों ने यहाँ gastric gland की जगह they wrote stomach. No, stomach is the site of action. The gland which produces pepsin is gastric gland. Same goes with pancreas. Same goes with, like for example, if we say if I say what is the site of action of HCl, that will be stomach. Production of HCl takes place via glands, so it is different. So when you make this flow chart, keep it in mind that what all things you feel that okay fine, this can be added, please add it with a pencil, so it will help you out. So this is all about digestion. In our next video, we'll start with respiration. So keep watching, liking, sharing, subscribing. Thank you.